Oh dear God. Hey everybody, and welcome back to SCP Containment Breach. Last time, we ventured into the Heavy Containment Zone in order to recontain the annoying old man, SCP-106. After we did so, we came back here to take a look at the remaining SCPs in the Heavy Containment Zone, except for 2. Yeah, I got it wrong. It was actually 2 I was missing. This time, are you serious? This time, we're going to recontain SCP-049 once more as we take a look at one of the last 2 SCPs in the Lake Containment Zone, SCP-1162. I find it interesting how this one doesn't have... that save game doesn't really do anything, but still. I find it interesting this one doesn't have the panel right outside the door. Oof. Man, this chamber's deteriorating. They gotta find this SCP a new chamber eventually, man. Let's read about it. SCP-1162 is currently a hole in the cinderblock wall of Containment Chamber 4. So this room is apparently known as Containment Chamber 4, or it's just a rip from the original article. Measures approximately 14.5 centimeters across and has a variable depth that changes based on the current user. A portion of cinderblock is currently visible through the hole, however no light source has been able to illuminate beyond that. 1162 is activated when a sentient being reaches into the hole to the depth that the girth of their arm allows, at which point the fingers touch a solid surface similar in feel to the current location of SCP-1162, and they discover an item small enough to fit through the hole below their fingertips. These items have universally been recognized as something that the user has lost or was searching for at some point during their life. However, upon retrieval of it, another item will vanish from the person of the subject. In addition, any object placed into 1162 will disappear as soon as it's no longer in contact with the person. If 1162 is not activated at least once every 168 hours, it will randomly shift location to another stone, concrete, or brick wall floor within a radius not yet shown to exceed 2,000 kilometers. Previous hole remains, but shows no abnormal properties. Okay, so if let loose, this thing would just destroy everything. That's pretty funny. That's the only item in this room. I'm going to save inside of here because I'm going to mess around with this thing a little bit. Gosh. Took my clipboard, including every document that was on it. That's why I saved, in exchange for a freaking playing card. Yeah, thanks. Can you take this back? All right, we gave up whatever was there for a MasterCard. Awesome. Gave up the night vision goggles for a playing card. This is real exciting so far. Gave up, the MasterCard we got for electronical components. This is what you get if you throw either the navigator, which we did lose, or a radio in a 2914 on course. Those are useless, though. Ooh, we got origami. You can also get origami if you throw any paper into 914 on fine. And so that's a way we can get it here. So I guess I don't need to show it off later on. There's another playing card. There's another playing card. It is a kind of decent strategy. I think you can get key cards out of this, so it can be a kind of decent strategy to, like, reduce yourself down to 1 or 2 items that you don't care about so that you can keep getting those. But still, I think I'm going to keep doing it this way. Okay, do I need to pick up the... Yeah, apparently I do. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to keep going because, like, at this point, we're too far in. Okay, there's origami. That was a gas mask. Gotta like to see that. This is something different. Old badge. This guy looks just like me. You can barely read the name. K.R. Jumin Oliver, probably Benjamin Oliver, senior researcher at SCP Foundation, and it looks just like us. Very interesting. I tried scanning those QR codes. They're just like a string of text that says what the ID card is. It's like, here's the person's name and whatnot. I thought it was pretty interesting, so I thought I would try it, but, you know, it doesn't actually give that much. All right, let's keep going. That's an interesting find. Can you shut up over there? I wish there was a way to mute 049. This is something new. A movie ticket. I remember this movie. How can you? It never came out. It's a reference to Containment Breach Run, the short film that hasn't come out, as I already said. Rating R, program time 18 minutes. Or hours? I assume this is, like, accurate to the amount of time it was going to take and the rating that it would have had if it had actually released. Cool, alright. I don't know if we've ever heard him clearly singing that song. That is something that he can say as he's walking around. I have to say, I definitely did not lose all these MasterCards and playing cards and origami and electronical components. I think this SCP has the wrong idea of items that I have, quote, lost. And know if you drop an item and for a long time, like really far away, it will not give it back to you. That would be cool if it did, though. That actually would be really cool. Like, if an item was somehow deleted from your game through a variety of means, you could get it back through here. That'd be really cool if that's how that worked. Lost key. Isn't this the key to that old shack? The one where I... No, it can't be. Could have been. There's a total of 5 special items you can find out of this. There are 2 more remaining, but if it takes me too long to get both of them, then I might just cheat it in. Oh my god, I just got a level 1 key card. That must be the rarest item you can get out of this. And get this. I don't think this is enough to get out of here. Nope, you need a level 2 to get out of here. So yeah, we're stuck in here right now. This is why, if you're gonna mess around with this thing like I am, do not save. Do not save, or you are trapped in here forever. Disciplinary hearing, DHS 4137-17092. This one was extra crazy for us the way I had blurred vision. Why does this seem so familiar? Disciplinary hearing. Excuse me, I need a moment to read. Defendant is censored, but their position was a senior researcher, just like the badge we saw before. The offense charged, unauthorized research of a hypothetical anomalous phenomenon hereby referred to as the spiral gestalt. It has contents that we can't read. The guy on the badge looked exactly like us, like our character, and this was a senior researcher having a disciplinary hearing about them. It's possible that this was us in the past, and we once worked at the SCP Foundation as an employee, and because of this phenomenon we were researching, this was apparently illegal, and the Foundation decided to turn us into a Class D personnel, giving us amnestics in the process so we wouldn't remember anything. That's some pretty cool backstory. I think I'll go a little bit deeper into that later on. For now, there's one last item. I'm gonna see if I can get it. If I can't, I'll just say fuck it and we'll move on. Oh my god, I just got it. Oh wait, no, I got the recall protocol for SCP-106. I didn't even know you could get that out of this. That's the first document other than thing I've gotten. I wonder if it's like certain items get traded for certain things. You got the document for SCP-096 now. What? Why didn't I get any of this stuff before? And now 372. Wait. Okay, it has the code even. What? That's so weird. And another one? 079? Why am I getting documents now? What is... Okay, it must be certain items get traded away for certain things. Ooh, 513. That's an SCP we're gonna look at later in this video. We do not need this document. We'll read about that later. Ooh, okay. We're stopping here and we're reading this one. As far as I know, this is the only way to obtain this document in the game. That's really interesting. So certain items get traded in for certain things, and clearly documents get traded in for other documents. I didn't know that. That's actually good to know. SCP-966 are visible only at wavelengths ranging from 700 nm to about 900 nm. This applies to all of a 966's tissues regardless of their current state. They feed on medium to large-sized animals, including humans. They either hunt alone or in pairs. Their hunting methods consist on emitting a single burst of a previously unknown type of wave, which permanently inhibits the ability of the affected creature to enter in any of the NREM and REM sleep stages. The ability to microsleep is also lost. After depriving their victims of sleep, 966 will stalk their prey until the lack of rest incapacitates it. After this point, they will proceed to consume it. 966 have proved to be very agile and silent when stalking their victims. On occasion, they deliberately make threatening noises around the prey in order to further stress it, and may even physically assault it if the victim proves to be particularly durable. They sound awesome! Let's hope to never see them again. There's a reason I avoided that certain room in the Heavy Containment Zone last time. So the last item is a little coin. It operates basically the same as a quarter, except when you select it in the inventory, it plays a little bit of the introduction theme for the game, the blue feather track. That's it. There's no extra story to be gained from it. So I'm just gonna stop there and reload. Hey, isn't this a fitting loading screen? The game will give you some information for the SCPs on the loading screens. I haven't been looking at it because it goes by super fast with how good my computer is at running this game. Final thing to do with this SCP. What would happen if we were to interact with it without having any items in our inventory? Oh, look at her. That's our whole inventory in the ground right there. That actually looks really cool. Have mercy. Thanks for the level 1 keycard. I'm off to go. I'm going to go now. Goodbye. See you later. It steals one of your organs, I think. No, that's just a spurt of blood. I think it's supposed to be like one of our lungs or kidneys or something. Either way, we are horribly, terribly injured now and are going to die. I mean, to be honest, it's possible the small medkit could save us. What if I used it? What if I used it? Let's try it. This is what I'm using a medkit is like you are slowed, or actually no, you're stopped completely. Not able to stop the bleeding. Okay, no, it was a really bad injury. We couldn't feel it even with one of the amazing small medkits. Why did the footstep like come from over here? Whenever you're injured and bleeding like this, your vision will be blurry from time to time, though it'll like come in and out. You'll also be walking very wonky and slow like this, and you'll be leaving blood on the ground, as you can see. Over time, you will eventually be forced to crouch as you start feeling faint, and at that point, if you don't heal straight away, you're about to die in like a minute. Oh, here we go. You're feeling faint from the amount of blood you have lost. In past versions of Containment Breach, that message used to say, "You're feeling faint from the amount of blood you lost." Took them a while to fix that little typo. At this point, yeah, if you don't have a medkit on you, you can say your prayers. Be sure not to save at this point. It is very good to be like strategic about when you save. Make sure you save in safe spots. If I were you, I would also avoid the center points of various rooms like this area, because as you saw in the opening, SCP-049 likes to spawn inside the rooms you're in upon loading games sometimes. It's super weird, and I don't get why that happens, but it happens, so watch out for it. Alright, come on. That blurb over the freaking intercom was their final straw. This doesn't have a death message. Okay, so that's what the death message looks like if you don't have one. There's actually another place you can die, down in storage area 6. You can fall into the shaft in one of the corners and die that way. And if you do, there's no death message for it. It's just one little thing I thought I would mention. I'm actually surprised he stayed in there the whole time. I feel like every time you load the game, he like resets his position a little bit, but he does not. I should have locked him in that room instead so he didn't have to hear him the whole time. The final SCP that we have yet to see in the Light Containment Zone is 012. Let's go check it out. Appears to be some sheet music. I'm not sure if this one has a document. I'm gonna close this. In anticipation for 049. I'm gonna be prepared for 049 to completely ruin this next sequence. We'll find out. When you get close enough, this door opens and you are extremely compelled to go into that room. You can just so happen to fight it long enough to read this. It says this, to Dr. Hart from Dr. L. Here's the revised version of the arrangement. We were unable to interpret some of the symbols, and the instruments were basically just guesses, but otherwise should be very close to the original score. We carried out 3 listening tests, and it appears the score has no mimetic or anomalous properties. It is playing the file, SCP-012 on Mount Golgotha. What a symphonic masterpiece. Oh, what do you fucking know? I hear him. Well, instead of going to the ominous sheet music, I'll be back. Jesus Christ. I did not expect it to be right there. Okay. I shut 049 away in some other room, so hopefully he'll be out of the way this time. Not even a single bit of actual gore was shown, and yet I still feel all wrong and skin crawly and all the normal reactions to gore about that. Subject D9341 found in a pool of blood next to 012. Subject seems to have ripped open his wrists and written 3 extra lines to the composition before dying of blood loss. Important thing to note, 012 is using a mimetic influence. Wear 714 and you're immune. So now you can safely read this document. 012 was retrieved by archaeologist K.M. Sandoval during the excavation of a northern Italian tomb destroyed in a recent storm. The object, a piece of handwritten musical score entitled On Mount Golgotha, part of a larger set of sheet music, appears to be incomplete. Red-black ink was later found to be human blood for multiple subjects. Following initial investigations, test subjects were allowed access to the score. In every case, the subjects mutilated themselves in order to use their own blood to finish the piece, resulting in subsequent symptoms of psychosis and massive trauma. Those subjects who managed to finish sections of the piece immediately committed suicide, declaring the piece to be impossible to complete. Attempts to perform the music have resulted in a disagreeable cacophony, with each instrumental part having no correlation or harmony with the other instruments. It's SCPs like this that always make you question, like, what the hell were they supposed to be in the world that are the best SCPs to me? These buttons and lever don't do anything, can't even touch the lever if you don't want to. I think you can stand in front of this just fine. Oh look, it's more complete than it should be. Ignore that. Down here is just a hand I can't pick up. Come on, I need a hand. It is a different severed hand to the black severed hand. It's just a normal severed hand. Shouldn't it be called white severed hand? Just saying, guys. This will open a different set of doors to the black one. The black one opens the door that takes you to the other side of SCP-049's chamber without having to go all the way through it, while the white one opens up different locks within the Heavy Containment Zone that we're going to show in a bit. Actually, we're going to show very, very soon because we're done now. That's the remaining SCPs in the Light Containment Zone. I'm going to be on my way back over to Heavy Containment Zone, and we're going to take a look at that area's SCPs. That's what I get for not looking both ways before crossing the road. That's my first, like, actual death to 173. That's how fast you could die to him, man. He could be anywhere. Goodbye, sir. I love the camera shot we had of him where it was like a slow reveal that it was me killing you. I seem to have misplaced my former radios, so I'm going to take a new one from this room. There are other places you can get radios later on, so I do not consider this a huge loss. And I'm going to upgrade it to the fine version in 914. Now, I do not recommend dropping your items inside of SCP-914's chamber. If you recall, earlier in this playthrough, there were a couple of notes and a medkit sitting here, and now they're gone. For some reason, turning the key to 914 can delete some of the items within the chamber. I think this might be done to, like, hopefully not overload the game with loading too many items for, 914's refining process or something like that. Either way, it happens. Watch out for it. Do not drop your items in here. Best to drop them elsewhere. So on that note, I guess 1499 can stay with us a while longer. I love how the spots where 106 once was stay there for the entire game. It's like you can look back, it's like a photo album of all the times 106 spawned in to traumatize you. Welcome back to Heavy Containment Zone. Now we're gonna get to explore this whole place for real. I know, this many minutes into however long this video is, I don't really know. I've been recording for half an hour by now because it took a lot of time to show all the 1162 things and, all the extra run-ins I had with having to take 049 away from 012's chamber so we could have that sequence play on peace. For a while, I'd actually like to play for you the piece of ambience that occurs while D9341 is doing the job. Because you barely get to hear it in the game normally with how quiet it is and subdued it is underneath everything else. Hi 372, how are you today? So I'll let it play for a little while as we adventure into the maintenance tunnel. So there's this big security door blocking the way, and we did find the code to open this up. But I am also curious to see what the maintenance tunnels are like, so I think I would like to check this out. You know what? Let me just drop the medkit in here. Maybe if I'm hurting for a medkit later on, literally, I'll come through this room, see it, and then pick it back up. I just want an inventory slot open for what's coming up. Down we go! Spooky. I like it, though. A bit. It's worth noting, If SCP-106 has not been recontained yet, upon coming down to the maintenance tunnels, he will spawn in directly in front of the elevator you exit from and begin chasing you. I'm gonna go the other direction. Yeah, just see you later. Whatever that was there, I have no idea. In fact, I'm gonna start running. Alright. There's a certain room I want to find down here, and I'm having trouble finding it at the moment, even though I did build these tunnels. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm an expert of navigating them. They can be quite confusing. Okay, I think I want to go up this way. Yes, okay, so right around here, you can sometimes find one of these rooms down here in the maintenance tunnels, and down here is 2 pairs of night vision goggles, and a pill of SCP-500. SCP-500-01. I think the 01 is referring to the one of the pills from the little canister. I think there's 42 in total, so yeah, they're about to run out eventually. SCP-500 can cure various ailments that you might pick up over the course of the game. In past versions of Containment Breach, it used to be an all-powerful healing miracle pill that could even cure all your injuries 100%. This is no longer the case. It simply, cures ailments. It'll cure any diseases given to you by 1025, and a certain other debuff that we're going to be seeing very soon, or perhaps sooner than you think, among other things. However, I have special uses in mind for SCP-500 pills, so I will not be using it as of yet. I'll be using it for something different, but I will not be taking any of them, because there's special stuff you can do with them, and I want to show those off instead. I'm sure you can guess what the special thing is. So I designed the maintenance tunnels on my custom map to be a lot like, let me just put these on. Yeah, here we go. I designed the maintenance tunnels to be, to reflect, or to be similar to the layout of the maze from Pac-Man. So right now I think I'm in the bottom huge hallway. And, yes, okay, this is where I put the other elevators. So, I also have that generator room is the ghost house. So that's how you can find your way around. I'm not sure how to, post maps or something for players to download, because I would like to post this somewhere in case someone watches this and wants to play the map, but I don't really know how to do that. Is Google Drive just a perfectly fine way to do that? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Anyway, we found the other elevator. As with most of the sub-levels of this game, you find the other elevator, you'll end up on the other side of the room. Okay, no 173 yet. No 173, goody. Look at this. We have a note right here. I don't really want to drop that, but we'll do it anyway. Scorch note. I can him. Can you? Listen, I swear he's there. I can hear him on the other side of the wall listening. I can hear his teeth. They sing like a power line, pitched to make your bones squeak. I wish he would just kill me. Kill them. No. Report lies to the bone. Doesn't kill anyone. Not really. They die later. Die of wounds, of afflictions, of tenacious. No. He pulls them into his box, and then it makes them mage. He cradled someone in Levi's, touching them while they tried to scream through shredded tongue. He owns the thing there. He's a god there, all in one. What if it's here too? Having all this just to torture it. Maybe an art form just to hang out for magnifying glass. My molar fell out. It was black. I don't have it anymore. Will you, won't you, will. He is slow at a time, endless time. This note is very deliberately hard to read. You're not, I don't think, supposed to read it, but if you can, he talks about someone who certainly likes to take people and torment them for fun. Someone we may have already met before. Somehow, I have yet to mention this. If you happen to be caught by SCP-106, he does not kill you right away. Instead, he brings you inside his pocket dimension, inside all the walls he passes through. And then you need to find your way out from there. I will show off the pocket dimension in a video very soon. I just need to warn you about it right now because it is the key #1 reason you do not want to be caught by him. I wish I could remember this code from memory, but I cannot. 9961 opens the door between the maintenance tunnels. So if you find 372's chamber in the Heavy Containment Zone, you never need to go into the maintenance tunnels, ever. There is still the 500 pill you can find down there if you are at all interested, but other than that, no siree. Hang on, did you see that? Well, first of all, in this room... Oof. Someone killed you so hard you went to the wall. Second of all, I am running out of stamina way faster than usual. What could be causing that? Okay, this is just back to Light Containment Zone. We could have entered from here, honestly. It'll take us back down to that area with the storage containers and 1162 and all that. I think I'm gonna keep going around the outer edge here. You ever see a room that looks like this? Sometimes this can happen. The lights will go dark and 173 will appear in the middle, and you too? Oh god, okay, we're going backwards. Okay. How far are you going to move? Do not block the door. You're blocking the door. You're even blocking the door for 049. How rude. Oh god, how am I gonna do this? I think I need 714's help. Okay. We're doing this, and then you. Okay, and then get some distance. Take this off. Okay. We're fine. As long as I could just keep going, I could do this as well. Oh god. I closed the door somehow. Oh no, is this a... Okay, no, this is not a Tesla Gate room. It's one of these rooms. This is a rare, like, three-way room you can have sometimes. I'm gonna save right here. Oh, maybe that was a bad idea. Hey, can you not open that door that has 173 on the other side of it, maybe? Just a thought. Thank you for considering my rights, personality, and whatnot. There's a locker room in there. I'm gonna keep going here. Shut the door, which you could just open right back up. There's another note on the ground, which I could drop the severed hand for briefly. This door can't be opened, even if you have a key card. So sadly, I cannot lock him inside of there. I'd love to have a room where I could lock you somewhere. Or he'll just give up. That works for me. Aversion to light my foot. He doesn't mind light. He's never had any issue with light. Never, ever, never. He just doesn't like to take all at once, not at all. There were tests done during a breach. Some girly item that could see things. She watched it, saw it was seen, saw. He likes to hunt, or maybe he was just likes. He doesn't retreat from the light. He just stops being it for a while. The dude's going through the locker room in the other room. Slides back and slides, counts to 10 again, begins again, off he goes. Only nobody is even it again. Takes his toys and the players and he goes home. He's coming back. Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna take him back to the previous room and then we're just gonna move on. The infinite gas mask will curb this mysterious increase in stamina drain. Okay, I'm not gonna go in there quite yet. I wish I could lock him. And I might be able to lock him somewhere pretty soon. Okay. Straightforward gas room, then this area. It has an elevator that, unfortunately, we can't use because the map secretly only has one floor and they don't want you to know that, so they put in elevators to make you think that there's more to the map than there really is. And how about this area? We're gonna go inside, shut that behind me. It is a little annoying having to open the wall to do that every time, but it's worth it for the extra inventory space, I think. Back here we have a level 3 key card. There's a particular reason why this is here. It doesn't seem that helpful at first, but there is a good reason for it. Also, there's battery there. Over here, we have a new item. Revision eye drops. If you use these, the speed at which your blink meter drains is slowed greatly for a little while. I'm going to leave these here for now because you can do a lot more with them. I bet you can't guess what you can use to turn them into other stuff. It's almost like that's an SCP in this game or something. Let's open you up. He was waiting on the other side. Sorry if that jump scared any of you. I was just like, you know, I expected it. Come on. What's really weird about 049, he completely loses his pathfinding when he's after you. Like, when he sees you and is coming towards you, he has nothing to tell him how to pathfind anymore. He just stops, like, looking for obstacles in his way. It's a really strange way to do AI, and I don't think I really get it. Okay, well, he's stuck in there, so for now, while he's this close by, let's save. Continue on. SCP-079. Object Class Euclid. We read about this. This is an AI. In like a little supercomputer that someone made back in the day, and then the project never got finished. Hello, sir. Is this what happens when you go into that chamber? I'm sure we'll be fine. Run that by me again? I guess we're not allowed in there. Even though we do have the necessary security clearance, something is preventing us from going inside. How mysterious. All right, back on track. Let's start going this way. You aren't free from that room, are you? No, you don't know shit. Okay, how about this? Okay, this room looks identical. This does not have the little event attached, however. 10 out of 10 acting on that guard. Hey, it was a free game made by people who volunteered to work on it. I can't give them too much flack. This creature! We've heard about them a little bit. This is SCP-096. The shy guy who gets mad if you look at his face and then rushes over to kill you. You will most likely encounter him inside this room inside the Heavy Containment Zone. What you want to do is get inside here. We're currently locked in. The doors will close and lock behind you. Then, oh god, look at the ground, look at the ground. Look away, look away. Don't have a chance of looking at his face. Turn all these switches back on, and now the doors can open and you can leave just fine. But that's not what I really want to do. That's a little boring, isn't it? So how about, instead of that, let me just demonstrate the raw power of SCP-096. Here he is. He'll turn around eventually, and when that happens, we're gonna be screwed. So, yeah, don't mind, I'm gonna start heading the other way now. Sound effect is intensifying, I'm gonna get going, Alright, 049, you're still stuck, right? What the, thing's not working, door's stuck! Door stuck! Door stuck! Help! Door stuck! Hey, can you help me open this door real quick? A large amount of blood found in data rejected. DNA identified as subject D9341. Most likely killed by SCP-096. Oh man, he is terrifying, especially in the modern versions of the game. He is so cool. Alright, we're gonna respawn. I think SCP-049 was on the other side of that door trying to open it at the same time I was, and he kept, like, closing it on me. That was really odd. I've never really had a thing like that before. In the next room, I wanted to show this real quick before I potentially try to run away from 096 again. This little ducky. You notice he has a saxophone. Oh, well, like, you know, a 2D sprite of a saxophone glued to him, but still. If you look away... Damn! He started playing now! There we go. If you look away from him long enough, he'll play the saxophone. It's really cute. Now, what's immediately around this area? Down here is a Tesla gate. Sadly, Tesla gates do not stop 096. Let me just, you know... Is that button floating off the... It is! That button's floating off the door. That's very funny. Okay, well, 049's on his way now, so let's get this over with quick. Hey, you! Buddy, I'm looking at your face. I am literally looking at your face. I am right here. I am looking at your face. I couldn't be more looking at it dead on. I can see your nose. I can see your mouth. I can see your eyes. You okay? There we go. I had to get the right angle, I guess. Off we go. Yeah, let's go a little faster. Oh god, I'm gonna keep aiming for that stupid thing. Thank you for your words of encouragement, Duck. Oh, finally, a Tesla gate that isn't active. Oh dear. I'm just gonna... Back to light containment. He won't think to find me here. He will not think to find me here. Okay. Do not... PSA, do not save the game at this moment in time. You will regret it. God. That music is so scary. Close doors. Oh god, oh god, oh god. No, 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 no! It's so scary! Oh my god. And to think, in the actual SCP-verse, that also happens if you even look at a photo of his face, a live photo of his face, or a video of his face. You don't even have to be in person for him to come after you. That is terrifying. 096 is an awesome SCP for just how scary it is. I want to see, like, I kind of want to see a whole game, or maybe even mod for SCP Containment Breach, based around 096, where you have to, like, survive, run away from him as much as you can. Ah, that'd be so awesome. Okay, this way. We have some ominous whispering we also heard last time. Okay, I think this way... Yeah, we can go this way. As you can see, 096 is the final SCP to be tracked on the SNAV Navigator Ultimate. So, we'll have a warning when he's nearby. Now that... That was close. Now that we have seen 096 in that room, he will now occasionally wander around to other parts of Heavy Containment Zone, which is always fun. Why does my mouse keep getting stuck? That's so weird. Right here. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Entrance Zone. But it's currently locked down by another lockdown. Containment system failure at SCP-008. We have yet to see that SCP. Hopefully we'll find that SCP before the end of this video. Proceed to the nearest evacuation shelter or other secure area and wait for further instructions. Cool, okay. I-372, yeah, I know you're here. These checkpoints will require you to have a level 5 keycard in order to open them, but they also clearly require something else. So, can't go here yet. Let's get back out of here. Oh no. I don't know if 173 sees me at the moment. Oh god. He's right on the other side of this door. I hate that. Where is he? Oh god, he's on the opposite side of this door. I know that. No, he's not. What? No, he's not. Okay. He's not in this room anymore. No thanks. Just gonna move along now. Yeah, I can hear something breathing as well. Okay. This is creepy, man. This game's so cool. Like, it's also very chaotic with how many things are coming after you all at once, but that's part of what I love about it. This chaos of all these, like, terrifying monstrosities hidden away from the rest of civilization, chasing after you in this nightmare of a facility. It's awesome. This is a pretty uncommon room that you can find. It's similar to the red dead end room that we found in Light Containment Zone, except it is all metal looking, and it's part of the Heavy Containment Zone instead. This area. Right away, look to the other side and you can see a little bear. That's SCP-1048. He is very cute when you get to know him. When you get to know his other creatures, it isn't. Speaking of which, actually I'll get to that later. Hopefully I'll remember to after this. Then, right here we have this area. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Now, excuse me while I read this note. Document SCP-682, large, vaguely reptile-like creature of unknown origin. Appears to be extremely intelligent, was observed to engage in complex communication with 079 during their limited time of exposure. 682 appears to have a hatred of all life, which has been expressed in several interviews during containment. It has always been observed to have extremely high strength, speed, and reflexes, though exact levels may vary with its form. 682's physical body grows and changes very quickly, growing or decreasing in size as it consumes or sheds material. SCP-682 gains energy from anything it ingests, organic or inorganic. Digestion seems to be aided by a set of filtering gills inside of 682's nostrils, which are able to remove unusable or usable matter from any liquid solution, enabling it to constantly regenerate from the acid it is contained in. 682's regenerative capabilities and resilience are staggering, and 682 has been seen moving and speaking with its body 87% destroyed or rotted. But at the top of the containment procedures are, must be destroyed as soon as possible. Wow. That sounds scary. Let's hope we never run into that. Alright, back out of here. Let's save now, and continue on. This room is quite a pain to get through when it's really just like a two-way connecting hallway. You know, you have to go all the way down there, all the way back up here. But if you'd like, if you find the white severed hand from Light Containment Zone, you can use that here to create a shortcut. Very nice. That is not the final use of the white severed hand, but it is the last one helpful to us right now. Okay, now down here, I think we are heading into other territory. Okay, sometimes also gas can spew out of the valves in these tunnel hallways, so I'll look out for that. Ah, yes, I ran past this SCP earlier in the game, trying to run away from 106, and now we can finally see it in its true form. This is SCP-513. Let's read about it. Yeah, I know we just read an SCP document, but like, come on, I don't really have a choice in the matter. Physically, it's an unremarkable rusty cowbell. My reading was spot on there. Any noise produced by 513 immediately induces strong anxiety in all sentient beings who hear it. Exposure victims report feelings of being watched by an unseen entity and present elevated heart rates and blood pressure. Roughly 1 hour after exposure victims begin to catch glimpses of SCP-513-1 when opening doors, walking past mirrors, turning their heads, or performing any other actions that result in a sudden change of visual perception. Upon being excited, it turns away and runs out of view before disappearing without a trace. Descriptions of the appearance are largely unreliable. Test subjects are unable to provide complete accounts of sightings due to their exhaustion, degraded mental health, and disruptive hypervigilance. All interrogations thus far indicate that 513-1 is a tall, emaciated humanoid with abnormally large hands. I like how they have to say interrogations because they're doing it for Class Ds. They're giving Class Ds this, like, super anxiety feeling, and then, like, tell them, what does it look like? What does it look like? Like, but, bruh, you think that's gonna help them? I know they're on death row and all, still, it's, you know. SCP-513 is right here for the taking. And we can ring it if we want. Let's do it! 513-1, is that you? So, in older versions of SCP Containment Breach, and by older versions I mean literally the first versions of the game, SCP-513 was in the game, and it behaved a little bit differently. Do you see that? No, probably nothing. It would play over the intercom after a certain amount of time, and then you would start to see brief glimpses of this figure, as in now. God in heaven, hell, I think the wall cracked, or the floor ceiling, haven't been up top in 12 years, I don't know which edge is top. When the locks drop, the security wall is released. These sections are sealed, now we're all cut off. It's supposed to be sealed in this section, but the item load buggered the usual assignments. I can't imagine what private store sections are like. Saw a carpet wall bulge, I mean bulge like a bedsheet with a naughty child underneath, then just go back down, my teeth are feeling odd. Yeah, I think everything about you is feeling odd at that point. Anyway, over time, you would eventually die to SCP-513, as that is the result of anyone who hears the bell. They will eventually get so anxious that they can't take it anymore, and they commit suicide. In the modern versions, though, you don't have to worry about that. You will not die for ringing SCP-513. Instead, other stuff will happen. We'll be seeing that shortly. You aren't in this room, are you? For yet another SCP right nearby, 035, Object Class Keter. Sounds kind of bad. I don't know if the SCP Foundation would actually color code the object classes, considering that they mean other things. I really don't want 049 over there. I'm gonna move away and come back. What the fuck was that? Oh! Someone's T-posing in front of me! No! Stop asserting your dominance! No, God! That's actually freaking creepy. I'm leaving. Oh my God, what? Okay, first of all, where was that? Second of all, my stamina's now going at normal speeds. I wonder why. That is very strange that would be happening. Excuse me. Okay, now it's back to being fast draining again. Okay, that was odd. Maybe the jolt from that thing appearing in front of me gave me a huge burst of, like, energy, and now I can run for longer. Okay, let's check this SCP out now that I no longer hear 049 pacing in the distance.
Oh, thank God. Someone actually found me. I thought I was done for a moment there. I can get us both safely to the surface. Just find the control panel in there and open the chamber doors for me.
You know, sir, you have an SCP on your face. I wouldn't feel too comfortable releasing you. Especially if that SCP is dangerous.
Well, what are you waiting for?
To give me a good reason why I should, to, give you an explanation for how you can get that thing off your face after I release you?
What? Do you know? Alright, I admit it. I wouldn't blame you if you don't think I look trustworthy. But please, I need your help, and quickly. The mask has been stuck to my face for some time now, and I think I might need medical attention, or it might kill me from the inside. Just let me out, and I can find us an exit in a matter of time.
Can you really? With a smile like that? Let me see what this note is. Drop the gas mask for it, I guess. It's a bunch of stuff. Probably won't be able to read it while this guy's talking to me.
Alright, look. If you still don't think I'm trustworthy enough, there's a locked storage room behind you. You probably noticed that it's guarded with a 4-digit passcode. Inside is some useful equipment, as well as a pill of SCP-500. The passcode is 5731. Got it? 5731.
Look at that! It does work! Also has another document in there.
You see? You can trust me. Now please, just hurry and open the door.
Yeah, but you know, if this is the SCP talking, wouldn't you have just heard that from the scientists? Alright, fine, I'll let you out.
Unfortunately, I never had any intentions of taking you with me, so this is where we part ways. But for the sake of my freedom, I have reason to believe that SCP-079 has taken control of the facility's systems, including the door system. Your best bet is to appeal to it somehow. Hopefully you can come to a compromise. However, it does not control the warheads, which you should disable remotely in the event that something goes wrong.
That's useful information to know. SCP-079 has taken control of the facility's doors. That explains a lot. That said, he did say he was going to try to find and lead me to an exit, and he didn't. So you know what I'm going to do? Because I am not petty at all, I'm going to go back to him in a previous life and gas him for the fun of it.
Oh, thank God. Someone actually found me. Wait, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are...
This is another option you have here. You got a lot of options here. It's pretty cool, and he has a lot of dialogue. I guess it's not pretty cool that you can kill someone with decontamination gas and listen to them cough and wheezing and pleading for your help, but, you know, this is a horror game. What else did you expect? Oh my God, he's on the ground in there. Sorry, bud?
So, you really don't want to leave this place alive, do you? You know there's no way a lone D-class like you will make it to the surface safely. Even if you did, they'd gun you down the moment you came across their reticles. I'll give you one more chance here. Just open the chamber doors, and we'll forget about this little gas incident. I commemorate you for your help.
Yes.
But I have no further business with you.
Please get away from me.
No intentions of taking a person who earned their imprisonment with me. But for the sake of my freedom, the simplest way for you to get out safely is to go and find SCP-012 in the Heavy Containment Zone. If you can read between the lines, it'll be as interpretable as a map. Good luck.
Joke's on you, I already did that in a previous life. But he doesn't know that, does he?
Found me. I thought I was done for a moment there.
Someone keeps opening the door outside of that, and I don't like it. 079, is that you?
Safely to the surface.
I think we also know who's been blasting random sounds over the intercom this whole time. Let me see what happens if I open this door right away. This door will always have the code 5731 because it's spoken in a voice-acted line, and so, you know, it would be hard to have other codes. Though definitely not impossible. While this guy paces back and forth, now let's read about 035. Appears to be a white porcelain comedy mask, though at times it will change to tragedy. Sadly, that never happens in the game, and it's such a shame. The original article of this SCP is really cool. The image used for it is a really long GIF that switches between the two masks over time, like very slowly. I love that, because it's supposed to be like, when the mask itself switches to tragedy, all photos of it in the world also switch. Which is super cool. Sadly, this is not reflected in the game. It's one of the only lacking things about this SCP, I think. It's a highly corrosive and degenerative liquid, constantly seeps from the eye and mouth holes. Anything coming into contact with substance slowly decays over a period of time until it's decayed completely into a pool of the original contaminant. Glass seems to react the slowest to the effects of the item, hence the construction choice of its immediate container. Subjects within meters of a 035 or in visual contact experience a strong urge to put it on. When it is placed on the face of an individual, an alternate brainwave pattern from 035 overlaps that of the original host. Effectively snuffing out, causing brain death to the note disappear. That was weird. Subject then going to be the consciousness contained within 035.
Task force will be entering the facility any minute now. Guess what they do to stray Class Ds like you?
You know, I don't take something like that lightly. Have some gas. Now this time, we're going to release the lever earlier.
Just please
See, I'm a nice prisoner, right? I threatened to kill you, and then I stopped partway through. That makes me good, right? Yeah, you get it. It possesses the person who wears it, and it's like the consciousness contained within 035. Highly manipulative nature, capable of forcing sudden and profound changes to whatever use of psychological state. Highly sadistic, prompting some to commit suicide. I guess we're gonna have 049 butting in on this fight here. So, do you have anything else to say? Or should I just release you here? Because that's mainly the last thing I want to show with you. Okay, you're just saying the same thing again. Go on, Free!
Unfortunately, I can't take you with me. You're too much of a liability in many ways. So yes, I did lie to you. But for the sake of my freedom, the easiest way to get out safely is probably Gate A. The security is pretty high, but if you manage to sneak past the guards and reach the lower level under the bridge, there's an unguarded service tunnel. That's your way out.
So this SCP is effectively a way you can get hints for the end game, for what you need to do in order to finish it, and I really like that. Of course, one of them is not a hint, it's a ploy to get you killed. The 012 thing, yeah, that's bullshit. And the 012 does not help you at all. Okay, in light of the mass suicide homicide of the members of the research team, translating containment cell, morale damage in the area in general, also staff dealing with 035 to either death and insanity, has been decided to coat the inner and outer walls with its containment cell with SCP-148, which has proved well in the containment of SCP-132, which does not exist in this game. Use of 148 has worked well, causing morale and suicide rates to return to near pre-035 rates. However, when the material appears to facilitate the negativity within the cell, causing a variable greenhouse effect inside. Personnel inside the cell have stated that they feel a heavy sense of dread, fear, anger, and general depression, as well as hearing constantly inaudible whispering upon immediate entry. Prolonged stay causes severe migraines, suicidal tendencies, hemorrhage of blood vessels around the eyes, and bad shit, and whispering to increase almost deafening volumes. So that's creepy. Let me save after reading that. It's worth noting, the whispering we've been hearing throughout the Heavy Containment Zone, the sound effect that plays right here, that happens whenever you approach the vicinity of SCP-035's chamber. I actually found this out myself by snooping through all the sound effects in the game files. I felt pretty smart for noticing that. Okay, Invisible Thing is here, and Plague Doctor is here. Oh, they're... Plague Doctor's pushing against, damn it! Pushing against someone. Alright, well, that was weird. An active instance of 0492 was discovered and redacted, terminated by Ninetail Fox. It's slightly different from the normal one. Recontain both of y'all! Fuck you! There's more to see here. I'll come back for it later, because I don't... Or do I? Oh, I left the severed hand in there. Shit. Do I need that for anything else? Well, I will eventually, but I think there's another place you can get it. Either way, there's 2 people in there right now. No, actually, we can go back. We can go back. It'll be fine. Right? It'll be fine, right? Hopefully Invisible Thing isn't out here with me. Now that we have freed the scientist with 035 on his head, we can go inside the chamber ourselves, for better or for worse. Inside of here is a radio and something else that I'd like to grab. Let me just go on over and get it, and that's a problem. I think it's forming out of the liquid that the mask leaves behind. Yep, that is disgusting. So anyway, let's not do that. Don't stick around in there. They will start to beat you up. I think while you're in that room, your stamina is unable to regenerate, so be careful of that. Let's see what that was we picked up. The metal panel. Wonder what we can do with this. In order to find out, let's head back to the final stop for today's episode. I called it a vepisode because I wanted to say video at first, and then I changed it to episode. Both of the creepy, crawly, weird dudes, except one of them stayed on the screen for way longer. That was actually a really cool animation of 372 just then. Welcome back to 914. I'm gonna show off a bunch of random little outputs that aren't as useful that you can get out of this thing. Oh, I don't have a medkit on me. I'm gonna need to bring a medkit back here eventually. Ooh, there's a severed hand in the room, actually. I better go make sure to pick that up before I pull the key. I think that's what can cause the items to be deleted from the room. Okay, I am actually missing a lot of the items that I wanted to change, but we can still get started by putting the pill of SCP-500 through on Fine. We heard that this would have a nice little effect for us. Okay, I hope that the items on that side of the room will be safe. If I see that MasterCard disappear, then I'll know that no doing that from this point onwards. It has transformed into SCP-427. As we heard from the document, this locket, when opened, will heal us slowly over time. Though it will eventually, if used way too much, will turn us into a big mass of tissue, something really bad sounding. It'll still help, and if we get injured, we can use it to heal ourselves up slowly as long as we don't use it too much. So I'll keep it with me for the time being. I do not like that sound effect. I'm going to drop SCP-714 and the SNAV in here and take with me a battery from this room. And I'm also going to take one of these, because there's something else you could do with the radios. I'd like to show a battery put through on 1-1. Oh, I forgot this was here. Oof, that was kind of dangerous. Here we have an 18-volt battery as opposed to 9 volts, so we've upgraded it by putting it through on 1-1. It's very weird. 18-volt batteries can only be used for radios. This one is empty, right? Not this one, though. This radio doesn't want it. This radio's a little feisty, isn't it? That's okay, because radios can also be used for something. If you put them through on 1-1, you won't be able to carry any more items. That's what'll happen. Pick it up, and now... Okay, it's at full battery, but now I think it can only take 18 volt... Yeah, okay. This'll make a radio that only takes 18 volt batteries. I think you are supposed to be able to use 18 volt batteries on it normally. I should have tried the 9 volt when I had the chance, but yes. A very weird little thing. I think it's just there to show off a little bit of extra detail, like, ooh, look at 914 doing something weird. Final thing you could do with radios is put them through on very fine. Now the radio will... Cool! That's really useful, isn't it? Must be tapping into, like, the fucking... I don't even know what it would be. Tapping into Area 51? I like this little bulge in 914's side here. It's pretty interesting. Next thing I want to show for now is the metal panel on course. I don't believe putting it through on any other thing will change it at all. On any other setting will change it at all. It's just course that you want. This gives you an SCP-148 ingot. From this point, you can use this 148 ingot in combination with a number of different things, such as the gas mask and a few others. A couple other items we don't have yet, to create a special version of said item that protects you from certain things similar to SCP-714. I believe with the gas mask, it'll protect you from the effects of 012, 895, and 966. So if you ever, like, bump into those SCPs, they will not affect you as much anymore. There's slightly different effects for using it on any of the other stuff you can use it on. We don't have any of those items yet, and we probably won't be getting them this video at this rate. So yeah, look forward to that another time. Put in a 9-volt battery on fine or very fine, and you'll create... this. Quality is Meta 22900. Why am I taking this long to pick it up? Because eventually picking it up just kills you. It's a battery so powerful that picking it up kills you. Subject D9341. I don't know idea what's going on with the audio there, by the way. Found dead next to 914's output booth next to what appears to be an ordinary 9-volt battery. The subject is covered in severe electrical burns and assumed to be killed via an electrical shock caused by the battery. The battery's been stored for further study. Right, so don't do that. Understood. I think that's it for the batteries now. That's everything the batteries can do for you. Finally, or actually, no, there's one other thing I want to show beyond this, I think. SCP-1499 can be put through. Put it through on fine, and you will now have the same effects as the super gas mask, the unlimited sprint effects that it gives you inside of the 1499 dimension. So if you'd like to get to the edge of the map where it's all glitchy if you want, then this is the best way to do it. Putting it through on 1-1 will actually give you a regular gas mask, thus deleting the SCP from the world. It's pretty funny how you could just do that. You can get rid of an SCP like that. Also, if you put the black severed hand in on 1-1, it'll give you the white severed hand on the other side, so you can, and vice versa, so you can kind of change it around like that. You can also throw in any of the documents, such as the drawing, on 1-1. and you will get back one of the following documents. SCP-173s, 106s, 079s, 682s, 860s, or 895s document. It can only be any of those, can't be anything else. We don't really need it, but I guess this is the best time to show that, I think putting it through on Very Fine will do something, so will putting the night vision goggles through on Very Fine. Let's see what that is. Here's the origami. We already saw this from 162, I just thought I'd show it off right away. But the more important thing right now is the blue night vision goggles. Put them on, you can see they do take batteries again, but now they locate all entities around us. You can see humans, SCP-049, SCP-513-1's over there apparently hanging out, 173's not too far away, and then right outside this door is an SCP-966-1. That must be the invisible thing following us around. Let's hope we don't run into that. It's worth noting that the data will have to update. You can see the timer at the top of the screen there. That's how long the data takes to update. Whenever that happens, your vision temporarily goes dark as if you were blinking. So you technically have 2 blink meters when you have this on. Keep that in mind. The final thing I would like to show for now before I end this video is SCP-1499 on Very Fine. Because yes, this actually does have an effect. Normal gas masks on Very Fine don't really do anything. 1499 on Very Fine, though, causes a bit of an extra effect when you go back in the dimension. I can't wait to see it. It's going to make the SCP even cooler. Ah! An unidentified male and a deceased Class D subject were discovered and redacted by the Nine-Tailed Fox. The man was described as highly agitated and seemed only to speak Russian. He's been taken into a temporary holding area and redacted while waiting for a translator to arrive. That SCP is so cool, man. It's so mysterious. I love it. That's all I have on hand to show with SCP-914 for right now, so I think I'm gonna leave this origami in here as it is a useless item and I don't care if it gets deleted. I'll take this battery with me just in case. Then I'll have to go, like, do some inventory management in the other room. And then I will end the video, as we've been going on for long enough. Honestly, I have no real reasons to use SCP-1499 ever again, so away it goes. I believe because this game has just a simply enormous amount of detail poured into it, 173 is no longer there this time, or he actually is. Oh, I do not want to look behind me right now. If you die to blood loss, if you get injured by the creatures in SCP-1499's realm and then die to blood loss coming back out, there's a different death message. I'll show that on the screen right now. I'm gonna drop the weird radio I've created and the 148 ingot in this room. I'm gonna pick back up you and the ring. And then I'm gonna make my way back to Heavy Containment. And while we're on the way, let me listen to the damn radio for once in my life. That conversation stopped earlier than it was supposed to. Interesting. Well, we're hearing a bunch of other chatter on it right now. Hey, that's mean. I love this, though. I love that you can listen to one of these conversations. This is such a cool idea for a horror game like this. No, you're not. I just freed you from there. I think that's it for now. Alright, well, I'll have to listen back to that later because we did miss something. I know that we did. With the first conversation, it stopped earlier than it should have. I think the game was, like, moving on real fast. Either way, that's gonna be it for this video. You could just stay in there. I'll send you off with the final note that Agent Olgren is the name of the guard who escorted us to 173's containment chamber. That'll be it for now. Next time on SCP Containment Breach, we will continue and finish scouring the Heavy Containment Zone and finishing up any last details that we can get from both this place and from Light Containment Zone, because yes, it's true, we still have a couple more things to do there. And then, if we have time, we'll start making our way into the entrance zone, or at least finding out how we can do that. Thank you all for watching this video if you did, and as always, I will see you all in the future.